Hello, my friends. Today's August the 12th. This is a psychic reading for you if this is your birth date. I'm a psychic reader and healer. Check out my credits. I do a lot of internet one-on-one readings for folks. This is a 4-card pull to cover the year to follow, approximately 6 to 10 minutes, so bear with me. This is a lens card to look at the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. The lens card for the year is the riddle. The riddle, I think the riddle is really about, you can't push to find the answer. You can't work harder to find the answer. This is a time when the answer is elusive, and the answer is just going to come in its own right, in its own time, in its own place, and there's nothing you can do about that. And the riddle often says the only thing you have to work with is time and surrender and humor. And if you can't find the humor in it, you might find some frustration in it, because on some level you might want the answer right now. And that's generally what this is about. You want the answer right now, and you want to know why, and want to know what, and want to know where it's going, and want to know what's gonna happen with it, and what are the benefits from it, or what are the curses from it, or whatever. But it's like, until you ask the right answer or ask the right question, it's like the Sphinx, who was the great riddler of the desert. And you quote is, if you brought the right riddle to if you brought the right answer to the Sphinx's question, then maybe you would get the right answer in that moment. But oftentimes we just ask the wrong question. Then until we find the right question to ask, we just have to bear with it, and we have to find some humor in it, and have to find some surrender to it and some patience in it, because this is much bigger than logic. This is much bigger than analysis. This is much bigger than just, well, this is what should follow, or this was what could follow. This is a more dynamic process. It's about mythic time and synchronicities and magical moments, and opening up to astounding insights. But they have to come in their right time and their right place, not in your push, and not in your will, and not in your need for answers right now. They're just might not come this year. This is your particular challenge. August the 12th, people 2 of Wands, connecting this sacred into the mundane, connecting the mythic into the everyday. There's a challenge in feeling like you have time, and that you have energy, and that you have connection, and that you have a channel, and that you have a grace. I think a grace that will allow you to get the answer and know what to do. The challenge is not knowing what to do. The challenge is not connecting to something in the right way that makes sense to you yet. And the only thing you have, like the riddle says, is time and surrender and humor. And time and surrender and humor. I'm going to keep saying those 3 over and over again. You have to give it time. You have to surrender to the flow of it. You have to surrender to the unknown of it, and let it filter its way through, and maybe give you the answer at some point in the future, if it's the right question, if it's the answer that needs to be given, if it's the right time for the answer that needs to be given. This might just be a great humanitarian exploration for you, and not necessarily one where you're going to understand what you need to do. You can feel along, and I think that's what this is about. You have to feel along through the dark. You don't necessarily have the right will to go in the right direction, so you're just going to have to, here's the answer, here's the action to take. Turtle, you just have to plod along. Keep plodding along like the turtle does. The turtle wins the race. Slow but sure wins the race. Slow allowance, surrender wins the race. Finding some humor about it wins the race. Don't get so uppity and so pushy in yourself. Let it win the race. Let your surrender win the race. Don't get so crazy about it. Let your plodding along win the race this year. This is about just plodding along, surrendering, and being open. And getting out of the mind analysis, getting out of the fiery need to be something, to name yourself something, to call yourself something, to do something that has, depth and meaning to you. Well, that's coming, but it might not be showing itself yet. It might not be showing itself in the way that you want it in the time that you want it. So again, practice the riddle, practice the turtle, practice is slowly moving forward this year. Don't look for that immediate answer that's going to connect you spiritually with you physically, and what you're going to do and how you're going to connect into the sacred fire of being, and what is the right thing to do for you to go forward. Be open, surrender, laugh, 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 laugh. And here's the outcome or synopsis card. I always look at this as a sense of a mirror. We're seeing ourselves outside of ourselves, but we have to look inside of ourselves to really see ourselves. And oftentimes, that just takes time. You don't know yourself until you go through a whole bunch of time with yourself. And maybe that's lifetimes. Maybe that's just a very long life. Maybe that's, the amount of time that you have, whatever that has been, keep showing you mirrors and you haven't really seen yourself in the mirror yet. Maybe you just need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I pushing so hard? Why am I trying to get someplace to define myself deeper when I'm already here? I'm already precious. I'm already sacred. I'm already worthy. I'm already connected. And I just don't know what the answer is. And I have to let that be. And I have to find some humor in that. I'm already perfect. I'm already perfect. You're already perfect. Let yourself be perfect in the moment. Don't fret so much about what is the next step. The light will be shown. The path will be shown. The riddle will be answered if it's the right riddle, again. And you'll know what the next step is. This might not be the year that tells you that. So laugh. Enjoy. Slow down. Surrender. Plod along. Let yourself not get flustered. Let yourself not get burnt out. Nor let yourself get apathetic. Be involved. Keep involved. Two of Wands, action, Wands. Keep juggling what is given to you. Keep juggling what is in front of you. Keep juggling what you need to do in order just to go forward. Keep plodding along and juggling, and keep asking, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Keep accepting that if that's the path that keeps opening to you, then that's the right path for you. And blessed be. Give yourself some peace. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some laughter. Laughter. I think the riddle is about humor on many levels. It's often again, not the right question. So if we don't ask the right question, we get funny answers, and we get funny choices, and we get funny possibilities that, we have to laugh about. So there it is. Blessed be. Plod along. Connect into spirit. Keep trusting the flow. Plod along. Oh, and laugh.